So hey everyone, it's Bron here from Bron Watson, and I'm here with the gorgeous Kathryn Trentini from Trentini Designs.
Hello.
And we're talking about Katarina living. So the beautiful, beautiful Katarina, which is right on the beach at Lake Karai. So we just want to talk about it. It is good, isn't it?
Yes.
Must admit.
Yep.
We want to talk about some interior design stuff when you're thinking about either building or whether you're renovating or an apartment, terrace, house, doesn't matter.
Yep.
Tell me about the trends. Like, is there any trends at the moment that we should be thinking about from an interior design perspective?
Trends.
I know how much you love trends.
I'm not a fan of trends.
Right.
Because it can definitely date an interior.
Right.
And quite often a trend will not speak to the true essence of a homeowner. The way that the family lives.
Interesting.
The way that they interact with each other, the spaces that you get. So it doesn't mean though that people can't introduce trends. You would introduce a trend in a very transient way. So it might be throw cushions or a throw rug. So
not a big thing.
Yeah, so probably nothing structural. But if it happens that trend is true to what you absolutely love and you absolutely want in your home,
Yep.
then it's not a trend for you.
Got it.
So
Got it.
yeah, so something could come in, like at the moment there's curves happening, and we've seen that over the last kind of 18 months. So arches are coming back in, and there's curved furniture and whatnot. If this is something that you just absolutely love,
I mean, if you loved it in the 70s, you can absolutely bring it back in.
I love the juxtaposition between very clean lines and curves through joinery. So that's where that's where I add in, but that's me naturally anyhow. And I've got clients who love it, and it can help soften a space. So even though it is a trend of it coming back in, there are ways that you can adapt it into your interior. If it's something that you just happen to see as you're walking by, a homeware store, just grab a cushion or something or a vase or something like that you can slot into your current home, but it can as easily be removed and taken out.
Yeah, because it's really that's an interesting point, because it's so easy to read through the magazines and looking at these most incredible homes, and you think, how can you pull that off? I mean, clearly you do.
Thank you.
You do. I know you do. And it's around how do you make that real, like what you've just said. I think that really sums up how to make taking it from a magazine into a house. Like, we got 5 boys, so it's all well and good to have I'm loving Hamptons at the moment, so I think that would work really well, but to minimise the furniture. So that's a whole nother project. But I do want to talk about, while we're here, is there anything specific? As you know, Katarina is literally 50 metres?
Yeah, right on the beach.
Right on the beach, right? So you got beach, you got the most beautiful beach, Rainbow Beach, and then you've got houses, terraces, apartments, etc., all coming. Is there anything specifically you'd think that potential homeowners, investors need to think about from an interior perspective, being so close to the beach?
Definitely flooring choice. So I live near the beach, and I'm a real kind of sloppy beach goer. Maybe, like, I come back with
telling me
a whole
sand
stack
in your
of sand,
hand?
like every day. And I also have a dog who, as much as you can kind of brush off, it gets inside. And so flooring choices are super, super important. So and kids as well. I mean, the majority of people that I work for have children and have dogs. So it's not just specifically near the beach. This is everyday living.
So what sort of suggestions would you make? I mean, in that space?
Yeah, so you'd be looking for some type of hard finish on the floor as opposed to, say, a carpet. And you'd be running those hard finishes through, your living spaces, your kitchen, hallways. So the main kind of public areas.
Yep.
I always like to soften it up in the bedrooms, but you'd hope by that time you've gone and had a shower.
You've actually lost the sand.
Yes, exactly. And you've cleaned yourself up a bit and you're taking yourself off to bed. So hard flooring. And that can be, it depends on whatever design aesthetic you're attracted to as to what you'll put in. One of my favourites is using a commercial grade vinyl because...
Interesting.
Yeah, really, they're very, very hardy. So dog nails, kids' bikes, soccer boots, I can't remember what the word is that is on the bottom of a soccer boot.
I don't know, the little sticky outy thing.
Yeah.
Oh, studs.
The studs,
yeah,
right?
Studs.
Lucky someone's here to tell me. So anything that could potentially, you can drop stuff on these floors, but they're soft underfoot as well, and they're textural. So through that finish, you can get a really nice, because what you want from your home is something that's comforting and safe, calming.
Yeah.
In all throughout the whole house.
What's your take on, like there's hard flooring, as again, looking at Hamptons, building at the moment.
Yep.
There's the hard flooring, which is very, very Hamptons, but what you've just said really makes it a challenge with that. Is there any kind of option other than that, but to keep that look without having to spend a fortune maintaining your floorboards?
Yes, definitely. The vinyl floorboards.
You know what? You're the second person in 2 weeks who've mentioned to me about the vinyl floorboards. I have to go check it out.
Yeah, and you can get some really good hybrids as well.
Okay.
And they will take day-to-day, daily family life.
Okay.
Regardless of what your family looks like, if that includes visitors, it is one of the best flooring choices that you can put in. There's no maintenance. If something does go wrong with one of the boards, it's a matter of picking out that board and laying a new one.
Really?
So they're UV resistant.
Perfect for investing. Perfect for investors then.
And particularly in this area.
Especially in this area.
We have the beautiful extended sunny periods, which is why we all live here. And so, but that coming in on, say, a traditional hardwood flooring, you would need to have that resanded, recoated to keep it looking good. You also need to be aware that if the sun is coming in on those and you've got area rugs down, it will discolour.
Interesting.
And so you'll have two different coloured floors happening.
I mean, I never thought it would actually look any good, but if it's coming from you, must be all right.
I personally live with it now.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Any other tips for living on the coast before we wrap up? From interior design?
Yes, the louvered window for me is quite a good window option to have year round. I mean, obviously in summer. So, when you're looking at designing your house, you want to look at getting the cross breeze, how to cool down and heat up your house without having to turn on
the aircon
or the heater. So the louvered windows helps you bring in that cross breeze but maintain safety as well. So you can have that breeze coming in and you might be out of the house.
Just ignore that. That would be the mowing shop next
door.
The mower
man. Yeah. But the louvered window for me is also evokes that coastal
very, very coastal
feel as well. So
yeah.
that would be, but taking advantage of this position where you are 50 metres from the beach. So you are going to get beautiful sea breezes coming in and the smell of that sea breeze as well. Allowing that in.
You can't really bottle that,
night. No, you can't.
It's priceless. I mean, Mother Nature, the ocean, the beach, the sand.
Yeah.
I don't know about the ions and the positives and the negatives, but I reckon it fixes everything.
They're brilliant for you.
I reckon it fixes everything.
Yeah.
So, pretty excited for Katharina, to be honest.
Oh, it's a beautiful spot. I was actually out there, I think, last week, once again, having a drive around, having a bit of a dream.
Every other week there's more buildings going up.
There is, yeah. So it is actually looking like really exciting.
I know.
there's a buzz.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of activity, which is exciting. Well, thanks for your time today.
You are welcome.
We'll see you again, but thanks.
Thank you very much. See you, everyone.